All right, so today I want to talk about how I went about the process of getting my temporary resident visa for Mexico. So let's get started. So I was in Las Vegas, and the thing about that is they have a Mexican consulate there. So obviously I just searched for Google. I Googled, let me see, I'll start at the beginning. So I searched for Mexican consulate Las Vegas, and then there's always these garbage landing pages here, but this is the one you want. The one that's like gob.mx. So I click on this one, ConsulMex, and then we come to the website. Now everything is in Spanglish, which is funny. You can use Google Translate, whatever, but I'll just show you how to do it. You come right here, Servicios para Extranjeros, or Services for Foreigners. You click on Visas. And then here there's like two accordions. You click on English. And then it tells you whatever. It's like, oh, if you're a citizen of these countries, you can get a landing visa. Otherwise, come down here. So what we want to do is we want to apply for a temporary resident visa. So we're going to click on this link right here, and it'll open up the requirements here. So pretty much the way it used to be before is like you can go on their online appointment website and then try to find an appointment there. But since the pandemic happened, you can't do it anymore. So what you need to do is you come here and you find this guideline thing, and every city is going to be different, or like the requirements are different for every city. So like for Las Vegas, these are the requirements here. You have to request an interview appointment here. So you have to send out an email to this email address, ask them for appointment. So I did that, and they said come back in 2 weeks, and then that's what I did. And then some other extra stuff is like everything you need. So you need to print out the application form, which is here. So if I click that, come here, English, takes me back to the original page, and then click on this. So this is the application form. You'll need to attach a photo in here. You have to get a passport photo and then put it in here, and then fill it all out. Everything is pretty straightforward. If you can't fill it out, then you probably have bigger issues in your life. But it's pretty easy. So come back here, come back to the visas requirements. So let's see. You need valid passport. You need print out application form. You need a passport photo, which I already said. $48 visa fee. They take credit card and cash, which is nice, which you can pay, in person. And then you got to fall into one of these categories. So either in the last 12 months, you got to show bank statements that you have like about $43,217.50 in your account. Or you can show proof of employment, so show pay stubs that you're making about $2,593.05 every month. If you can't meet that, then there's other things you can do, like whichever is easy for you.
You can't afford to rent in a better neighborhood.
How the hell do you get into this place? This is the entrance.
I can't go in. It's blocked off.
Wait. Authorized parking only.
Yeah, can't go in.
This is weird.
We'll have to park away and walk over.
This is the Mexican consulate. There's no parking.
No parking here. Hey, is this a spot?
It looks like no.
Nope. Drive-thru. Is this a spot? No, that's another drive-thru. Oh, come on, there's no parking. Unless, what does that say?
It looks blue.
Oh, what about right there?
Yeah, it looks like a spot.
Okay. This is park, right?
Yeah.
There's no meter?
I don't see any.
Excellent. Oh.
So today I am walking to the Mexican consulate here in Las Vegas. We're gonna apply for that temporary resident visa. And can't park inside the building, so we got street parking. Walking there now, so wish me luck. Oh, and also, if you look in the direction of it, you'll see the Stratosphere, which is the tall building. There's the Stratosphere, and then here's the Consulate. All right, let's go in.
A few moments later.
All right, so I just finished at the Mexican Consulate. I got my temporary visa, so I can go to Mexico now and transfer that to an actual temporary residence card. And so to celebrate, we're gonna get some frozen margaritas. Viva Mexico. Okay, so on the US side, once you get approved by the Mexican Consulate, you take the visa that they gave you, because they put a sticker on your passport, go into Mexico and go into the resident line. Don't go into the foreigner line, go into the resident line. And then show the guard there the visa that they gave you, inside your passport. And then what the guard's gonna do is he's gonna take your FMM card, which is the little card you fill out, usually with all the little details and stuff. He'll take that card and he'll put a stamp on it. And then what you gotta do is you gotta take this card, go to the Mexican immigration offices, and then they will convert that into a temporary residence card. However, before you can go in, you're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna show you what you need to do before you go in. All right, so because it's super hard to find online, I have a direct link to it. You come to this page, right? If you can't read it, just translate to English, right? Then this will tell you all the necessary documents you need. So it's a huge list of stuff, and they'll tell you the cost. So let's go back up here first. So this first one, right? This first one is to get like a trámite form, which will spit out a number. You got to print it out and then take it to the immigration office. So what you do is like ask you what type of trámite that you want. So you come here and you select Canejal or Reponer Documento Migratorio. And then the specifics is canje de FMM por tarjeta de visitante. Is this one. If you can't read it, just right click in Google, click translate to English, and then be like exchange or replace immigration document, and then exchange of FMM for visitor or resident card, which is what we're going to be doing. Then you got to fill out all this stuff. So here you don't have a CURP number yet because you don't have your card, so you ignore that part. But everything else with the asterisk, you fill it out. And then here, with the identification document, you choose passport, and you put your passport number, your U.S. passport number, or whatever country you're from. So obviously, you're going to select your country here, which is the United States for me, which is somewhere. I'm not going to bother to look for it. And then your address in Mexico. If you don't have one, just put like an Airbnb or a hotel. And then here's like email to notified promoter. Let me see. So you enter your email address in here. And then here, if applicable person authorized to process here or receive notification, it says add person, ignore this. Do not add anyone, because if you do, they ask you to bring those people in, and it's a nightmare to, get everyone's timing correct. And then you click save, and then once you click save, it'll spit out a document like a PDF. You save it, print it out, and then you'll have that piece of the document. And then what you need to do is, all the way at the bottom of the first page, it tells you what to do. Like, they've changed things a bit, so now it's a little bit more simpler, I guess. So we just did this: start your application online, print and enter in person. And then you gotta go in person to an office, and then tell them what's up, show them, say, hey, you want to transfer your FMM to temporary resident card, and then they'll tell you what you need to do there, and that's it. So most, what they used to do before is you have to pay the fees to the banks directly. You can't pay at the immigration office because obviously they don't trust the workers there, which is weird. But when you get to the immigration office, they tell you everything you need to do. For me, I made the appointment online because back then you can, now you can't anymore. What ended up happening is that since my appointment was 2 months ahead from Las Vegas, I just decided to go visit Dominican Republic, more specifically Santo Domingo. And well, here's what happened. And so when I got here, everything was just so much easier in Santo Domingo, way easier than anything, you know, that I had encountered in Mexico. You know, and I didn't feel that overall sense of general depression that I felt when I was in Mexico. So, you know, long story short, I decided to not go ahead with, you know, getting the temporary residency card in Mexico, just because, you know, you gotta renew every year, and if, you know, I don't really plan to be there for longer than 3 months at a time, you know, it doesn't make any sense to just like, you know, to get a residency card there anyway. You know, if they had some deal that was like a little bit better where like, you know, it's good for like 3 years and you don't have to pay to renew, you know, maybe I would consider it, but it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I know I went through all that work to get it, but you know what? In the end, I think the journey guided me to my ultimate conclusion. But, you know, I hope that this video helped you out in figuring out, you know, adding clarity to the process of applying for the Mexican temporary residency, because it's not straightforward, you know, and there's a lot of conflicting information out there. But, you know, I went through the trouble, so you don't have to have as much trouble. So if this helped you out in any way, make sure to like, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification, leave a comment if you got any questions, and until next time, peace.